because when I last looked, John McDonald was behind Dave Zero, and we have our first stop go of the night. It is Brendan Rolfe. So B-Dog, I think, is actually back in there serving that penalty, as we see Jordan Moss climb out from underneath the back of John Carter and decide to get out of that dirty air and go and take a pit stop. Probably quite a wise move, because maybe he was getting held up. Maybe he feels like he's got a bit more pace. So be looking for John McDonald's position here as he comes down the hill with Dave Zero into the Revaza. Where does this situate him with Jordan Moss? Jordan Moss is doing the, I guess, the walk of not shame, but it's a slow walk down pit lane at 50k an hour. Where is John McDonald? He is going to be incredibly close. Not that close. Jordan gets out, no problem there.
There you go. Yeah, Jordan clear on his exit there, J-Man, as the boys, John McDonald and Dave Zero, early pit stoppers there, my friend.
Yes.
So that was Jordan clearing his stop go, is it?
No, that Brendan Rolfe was clearing a stop go. Apologies for the tech issues there, guys. We are back. We are live. You only missed probably 2 laps. So, oh, Jordan Moss did get a stop go. Oh, that is a shocker.
So 32nd. He'll be reeling from that and wanting to get in, and you would think clear that fairly quickly, J-Man.
Yes. He won't muck around. They've only got around 3 laps to get it officially
done anyway.
Yeah. So, okay. So expect that to bump Dave Zero and John McDonald, who I think were running 7th and 8th at the time of the pit stop. So Jordan was ahead of them. So expect to see them potentially 6th and 7th or 5th and 6th. So good showing from them already with those early stops. Now, I'm just trying to see how Vic is travelling.
No, Vic's tangled up with Lucas at the moment. Just cameras on. I think it's Brad Robinson, Steve Wilton battle.
Okay. Okay, Mike King and Jordan Mossin. So Jordan Mossin to clear that pit stop. It's going to see him go to pretty much the back of the pack. I'm just trying to pick up on that one that you were talking about. I'm looking for Steve Wilton.
7th and 8th there, J-Man.
Rightio. Yep, it's a pretty healthy battle going on there.
Pretty healthy battle going on there. We've also got the, there's just some close battles through the bottom end of the mid-pack there, but everyone just has a little bit of breathing space at the moment at this stage of the race. J-Man, I wish I had that with my stream software, but we are live again, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, there's some of it that's out of our control, mate, but I can reassure you, people, that we definitely carried on streaming while you were away, or while we were away, as we see Mike King get a stop go. So I did mention this in the driver brief tonight. That
oh no, Mike King, and so there you go.
So I'm just looking at Jordan Moss to clear his, and he has cleared it. So
out of the pit lane now.
Kenny Simpson in the lane. Shane has now got that gap out to 4 seconds. The margin between, I'm actually looking at Sam, no, it's Ray Haggis and Sam Carson engaged in a battle. Dave Zero has actually got John McDonald on track.
Oh, okay.
John did get him in the pits. Dave's got him back again on track.
John was in front there earlier, so it'd be interesting to know what's going on there. Oh, some close battles still, J-Man. Our data flickers continually, gives us a little warning signal when the boys are close, but it is lit up tonight, I tell you.
Yeah, Kenny Simpson doing a good job in the pits to get out cleanly. Just gets rounded up by Ethan Cale, who is on the comeback trail.
Oh, and Vaughan Martin puts the Aston front wheels in the air. We've got to get a replay of that.
You got to have a look at that again.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I suppose the bumps can be big here, but it's just get all over this.
Wow. Just got the line wrong and just was too. Yeah, was just too shallow through the right-hand part of it, I think.
Totally ruined his corner.
Yep. Oh, that was, yeah. Oof, man.
Oof.
Which made him vulnerable to Adam Faulkner, who is relatively new here, but doing a great job.
And he
although he actually gets the bloody, he actually just came through. He actually came through the Grassini there and just about gave the position back to Vaughan.
He nearly did, didn't he? He's just like, he's probably too busy looking at his mirrors. But
he could have been. He could have been. So, yeah.
Who we got here? Brad Robertson, Steve Melling in the pits at the moment. J-Man.
So Stephen looking to cover off Kenny Simpson here, who he did pass on track, but Kenny looking for the undercut.
Okay, Lachlan Andrews also.
And it's like,
where's Kenny?
How close is it? Nah, Stephen's well and truly got that done.
Yeah, Kenny's way back.
So that gap at the front, we saw it out to 4 seconds. It's back to 3.6. So just a little bit of even flow. I wonder if the lap car of Lachlan Andrews had a little bit to play in that, which is the car that Mudgee has now just come up upon. He is going to get him on the front straight. There will be blue flags as Lachlan does get well out to the left-hand side of the track.
Oh, he's still got his foot in it.
Yeah. Yep, so Mudgee getting that job done. And that gap goes back out to 4.2. So potentially Shane may be getting a little held up there. Dave Zero is the man with the fastest lap of the race right now. And I can tell you that lap...
And he's tangled up in traffic at the moment too. I think is that Bobby Laycock there?
Yep, 42.2. Yep.
So unpitted Bob Laycock.
Yeah.
Holding his own in the Porsche. He's got plenty of heat coming from behind him though. He's not only got Dave Zero, but he's got John McDonald.
Someone I just see peel off in there was Phil Davidson.
Yep. That Beamer, look at the front of that car. That looks like a bloody smash crab, that thing. Oh my. It's been through the ringer.
Yeah, sure has. So as we pick back up on all the action after a little bit of a, I know, maybe Elon Musk just flew something past and upset something, but we were gone for a couple of laps, boys, but we are back into it. You didn't miss too much.
Yeah. No. J-Man took his tinfoil hat off. So,
yeah. I never take my hat off.
Our connection might drop out a little bit. But that's okay. We got it covered now.
Don't start me.
Don't start him. As we continue through this race, J-Man, there's still 22 minutes to go.
As we see John Carter just rounding up the lap car of Lachlan Andrews there, heading down the front straight, heading into the Tamarillo. And he has got another lap car in front of him, which would be, I believe, the car that just pit stopped, which was Phil Davidson. So, Steve Melling off track there, loses the position to Ethan Cale. So he just got it wrong down the bottom of the hill down at the
the right hander there. Look it up. What's the name?
Where was he? Was he?
It's down at the bottom of the hill there. The right hander.
So down to Aqua Minerale. Yep. Yeah. So you got that wrong.
You're a better man than me. I wouldn't even attempt that at the moment.
I just had to try and see where he was on track. Sometimes off track all looks the same.
Oh, yes, of course. We see the boys side by side and a couple of Astons here up into that chicane, J-Man, Ray Haggis.
Ray Haggis and Sam Carson, is it?
Yeah.
So Sam's obviously got that position since the last lap, because on the official leaderboard, it's still got Ray Haggis in front. So Sam's obviously just got that job. No, he has. He has. So that's a legit move.
Yeah.
For P3 at the moment.
Yeah.
And so you'll see that change.
And John Carter, just you can see that Audi in the background. So just keep an eye on that thing.
Yep. So 9 cars unpitted at the moment. So we have got Shane leading the race over Mark Mudgway, and then Sam Carson, Ray Haggis. We just saw that move had just switched there. John Carter, Rusty Shackelford, Steve Wilton, and Aaron Enright is the first 8 cars unstopped. Your first of the pit stops at the moment is Dave Zero.
Aaron Enright into the pits, J-Man.
Yeah, Aaron really got that Honda wound up tonight, looking good. Just questionable the way he stopped on the blocks there, although it did look pretty good. We'll see if he comes out for a clear stop as he just comes across the control line. Oh no, sorry, control line's a lot further up. Quite a long pit lane tonight, Davo.
Oh, it is. It is. Even the trundle down to the start-finish line for the boys.
Oh, so who's that? Is that Vic Chan was putting a move on?
Oh,
Russ. Oh, that is the Adam Falconer McLaren. The orange McLaren of Adam Falconer just got done on the way down into Tamarello there. So
that into one.
Yep. Bobby Laycock to pits. And I just saw something there. Yeah, so Vic Chan side by side with Vaughan Martin. Vaughan not wanting to give that position up. If he can live here once the cameras come back.
It was Vaughan that was actually slipping up beside the Bentley.
Yeah.
Not the other way round.
Yes.
Victor wasn't passing him. So again, see Vaughan all over the back of that Bentley trying to go with their. What are they on Brad Robinson?
Yeah.
No, it's not Brad Robinson actually.
No, so you got Vic Chan. Yeah, so Vic just making another nice move down there, heading down towards Aqua Minerale. So gets that job done. So Vic's on the march back, currently up to P11. He is pit stopped.
So it's Adam Faulkner in the orange McLaren, J-Man. It's actually
it is.
Leaning on the back of Big Jan there.
It was, yeah. Steve Wilton just completed his pit stop. So hopefully he can come out nice and clear as Dave Zero just goes through. So does John McDonald. The next guy through will be Brad Robinson. He's probably going to round him up too. It's going to be very, very close.
There are a flurry of cars with Brad Robinson.
Farmer initially went defensive down into Tamarello.
I saw that, and then he just noticed Brad was too far back, and he's just picked up his line there, hasn't he?
He's got a lot of pressure though.
Of course he has.
I'd probably stay with that for another bloody 3-4 corners, mate, because that might be quite lively.
So out of the front of, out of the helmet of Brad Robinson here on Wilton. Wilton's just early out of the pits, cold tyres, J-Man.
Yeah, these guys can't muck around either, Davo, because Vic Chan's coming up.
Yeah, they're right behind him. They're right behind him, eh?
So, Farmer, no stranger to pressure.
So we can see the Vic's Chan Bentley in the background, ranging up back out of the front of Brad Robinson's car into this tricky little chicane. The Bentley deals with this really well.
Eats it up, mate.
Just gains on him immediately. Back out of Brad Robinson's car. Farm will be working for this. Keep that thing in place, online. No mucking around.
What's the straight line punch like? We know the Aston's pretty handy, but so is the Beamer. So
what's this?
What's he got?
Vic out of the back of Vic Chan's, the front of Brad Robinson's car. He's up there. Can he make it stick? Oh, it's a to and fro.
Yeah, hey, look, that's just an invitation to Vic Chan.
To Vic.
That's all it is. Too wide into Tamarillo's just not as fast, so.
And Vic Chan now all over the back of Wilton immediately. The Bentley will be filling the mirrors of that car.
Oh, it will.
Be so distracting.
He's very, very strong down into Aqua Minerale, so as they come up to the top of the hill here, look for him to try and set the car up on the way down the hill. He's really, really shallow on the left-hander. He'd be tight on the way down. He'll look for a switchback to try and take away the rights to the right-hander. He's not going to be close enough this time.
Tough place to do it.
Yeah, we know how strong he is.
Yeah.
Up the top here, coming through this
Yeah,
Rosini chicane.
Yeah, but J-Man, you can't go anywhere where there's a bloody bulk of BMW right in front of you. So he's stuck there at the moment. Farmer without a mistake is not going to go anywhere. So yeah, epic battle going on there at the moment here. We probably just might stick on this.
Yeah, well,
J-Man.
Farmer's pretty stingy with the inside line. I thought Vic might have had a look down into the Ravazza there, but I think Vic's aware that Farmer's going to drive this thing pretty defensively.
Yeah,
That is the position.
Hey mate, and there's bloody 14 minutes to go. More. 14 minutes to go. It's a long time.
Only 10 and a half for these boys up the front before the pit window closes, so still plenty of time for those boys as well.
Yep.
And you know, Sam Carson's made his way up towards the back of Mudgee. He's only 1.2 seconds off the back of Mudgee now, so he's got a carrot. He's got a carrot there, and you know, Ray Haggis is only just under a second behind that as well. So as we see the Sam Carson car comes into the lane, hopefully he got that down to 50, arrested before the line. It looked like he came in pretty hot to me, but you know, we've often thought that before and got it wrong, and then thought other times were good.
And we've seen the red flags, and haven't we seen some red flags already this season, J-Man, in 2023? So it's been awesome racing, and there's nothing different again tonight. Look at this battle going on here with Big Chan all over the back of the BMW of Wilton.
Such a light through the Grassini.
Bloody hell, how close is that?
And Bartner's quite strong down here to the final two lefts than to the Ravazza. He's actually pretty good. So
and he's got his work cut out for him, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Brad's not running away with this either. I mean,
no.
As a group, they're hanging on. So it'll be interesting to see what's the Bentley got in straight line. He is underneath the wing.
He doesn't have it. But then when he gets down the end, how brave is he under brakes? He was right up beside him before.
Is he going to fake a late move? He does. Farmer doesn't buy into it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Look at the punch of the Bentley out of there.
So Sam Carson has come out of the pits in front of Dave Zero by not much at all. So Dave Zero got some great pace. He is the guy with the fastest lap of the race on a 42.2, so it is the quickest lap of the race. So it's a mega lap.
Vic up the hill out of the hairpin. Takes care
Gets
of
the job done.
Yeah.
Yep. Set it up. He was patient. Farmer will respect the move like that. He put on a valiant fight. You know, as good as he could.
From the helicam, I think J-Man's worthy.
Absolutely.
Down to the hairpin. Oh, it's been peppering the back of Wilton's car, faking it everywhere, and now Wilton just runs that slightest bit wide. Vic just takes advantage immediately.
And straight on the back of Brad Robertson.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Vic really showing some racecraft tonight as he's coming back through after the rotation with Shane at the Tamarillo chicane at the start of lap 1. So, I mean, already into P10. So, 11 minutes 20 to go. 7 minutes left before the pit lane closes. Still have got 5 guys. Your top 5 are unpitted, just out there utilising the fresh air. The margin is 7.3 seconds back to Mark Mudgway, Ray Haggis, another 1.2 seconds back from that. John Carter's actually fallen off the back there. Something must have happened there, because he's fallen well off the back. He was only 9/10 of a second off the back of Ray Haggis the last time I looked. So something,
okay, yep.
Something happened there, but yeah, Vic Chan doing all the good work at the moment, coming back through, putting a lot of pressure on these boys. And you know, nights like this, Davo, you know, Vic will remember a night like this. It's a character building drive, as I'm sure the one is from Ethan Cale, who's currently sitting in P14 behind Adam Falconer. But equally so, the guys that he's passing, the likes of Steve Wilton, Vaughan Martin, Brad Robertson, should he get the job done. There was a nice pass on Adam Falconer, as we just see Brad just really get not the best drive out of the Grassini there.
Oh, I think he's again
distracted.
Sorry, distracted by the bulk of the Bentley that's in his review, as was Farmer. And
Mudgy,
you know, Rick's making his presence felt, I think. Well and truly.
Mudgy out of the pits, all clear.
Nice.
And with a miracle of Sam Carson in the 778 Aston Martin. So these guys are all amongst it. So
yeah, there's not much between them, J-Man. And it'll only take a little bit of a wriggle, a little bit of a deep break, and it'll be very much closer or all over.
Yeah, so look for, I'm going to say at this point, John Carter, Ray Haggis will look to cover off the undercut. Excuse me, he's staying out. What about John Carter? John Carter stays out. The next guy in the line is Rusty. They all stay out, so they all stay out for another lap. They've still got 4.5 minutes to go. Jane's in, as you mentioned. Yep.
Okay.
Looked like a pretty reasonable stop.
And
the Ken Block inspired tribute livery on that Audi.
And showing some form this season. That car it's had some ups and downs. Shane's just had some battles. But
Vic must be testing he must be testing the track cut limits, because I tell you what, he just come through the Grassini, hit those curbs, got it sideways, and was well out into the sea sausage area. Still managed to maintain it, but you know, we don't often talk these
scary
days
stuff
about track cuts, but they are a real thing. And I was going to talk about it earlier in the night, but the action sort of has taken us away from it, Davo. But you know, three cuts. I think is it the fourth, and then it's a drive-through. I think something like that.
Yep.
And
so here we're in front of helmet of Shane Rudderdo. Out the back, we can. Who missed that? Oh, that's Mudgy. Mudgy should be behind him.
Yeah, so there's quite a gap there. He had a good 7, nearly 8 seconds down the road. So there's about 6.5, 6.8 now, I think. So, or 6 seconds down the road. So Mudgy grabbed a couple of seconds back in the pit stop, but it's not going to be enough. And he's got a mirror full of Sam Carson to boot. So Vic Chan still working over Brad Robertson. Obviously the job gets harder the further up the field you get, Davo.
Ray Haggis in the pits, J-Man.
Yep. So that's one of the last 3 to make their stops. There'll only be John Carter and Rusty Shackelford after that, and they'll have to do it shortly because there's only 2 minutes 30 to go.
Mate, they're pretty well going to come in
this lap.
Yep.
Yep, and they'll be calling it pretty tight.
Oh, definitely.
Vic Chan.
So Vic Chan's the 2 of them. Yep. Carter and Shackelford.
Yeah, Vic Chan's still harassing the back of Brad with actually a good run onto the front straight that time around.
Geez, that Bentley looks handy, doesn't it, when it's on point?
He's so good in the braking zone to the start of the apex. Brad,
A little bit loose on the exit. Out of the left.
He'll be compromised down here. He won't have the optimal.
But where's Vic? There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Another chicane.
Yeah, it left Brad a little shallow though. So, but given the fact that he's coming up to the Tosa, which is a hairpin here, he's always going to have the inside.
For the outside.
It's a long way around.
And never going to work.
Farmer got the box seat for
Rusty,
this.
John in.
Yeah, both of those guys in. What do they look like?
Carter was back a little bit, like you said.
Yeah, so look for Shane to come through here. And I guess Mark Mudrow, hopefully he's not being held up here by Lachlan Andrews. I don't think so. They're coming on the front straight. He'll grab his draft. Where is John?
So he's past there. John McDonald rounds the final corner onto that straight. I think he's going to be behind John Carter here. Maybe also Rusty.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. So there you go. As that equalises there. Just for our data to update. Shackelford is in 7th. McDonald in 8th, J-Man.
Yeah, those boys are lucky they got that job done because the pit lane has just closed.
It has literally just closed then.
So
we still have Brad Robinson and Vic Chad. Sorry, J-Man, for interrupting. What have we got?
You're right. You're right. No, I just saw Ethan Carl. The last time I looked, he was in 14th. He's currently in 12th and starting to bridge the gap back to Farmer. But with only 3.5 minutes to go, he is still 2.3 seconds back, and Farmer's lapping all right. So lapping on the same pace.
And we got Mark and Sam Carson as well. Mudgy and Sam Carson really tight at the moment. Brad Robinson, Vic Chan. This is ramping up, this Vic Chan battle. Vic wants that position.
Yeah, so does Sam Carson. It's certainly I feel like I want to look wherever you're not, mate. So yeah, as you were maybe on the Vic battle, and I'll keep you updated with the Sam Carson Mark Mudgeway battle. Because I think don't expect Vic to stay there till the end.
No, and like you mentioned as well, the Ethan Cale, Steve Wilton battle, so plenty going on.
Oh, Vic's so close down into the Ravasa. If that wasn't a paint swap, there's not a lot in it.
No. Very nice run off the corner here. Drop back to Steve Wilton, Ethan Cale as well.
Yep.
Ethan maybe not quite as a good run.
Well, that was 2.3 seconds. It's not 2.3 seconds anymore.
No, Mudgy and Carson as well. Into the hairpin. Looking for that run up the hill.
He loves that run up the hill.
They got 2 laps. He's like, Max, J-Man.
Oh, Brad's going to be compromised here. They both have a wiggle, both Vic and Brad.
Oh, Brad goes for the Vic goes for the outside again.
Yeah, he likes that line.
Just pushing that mistake, I reckon, from Brad.
Yep. And Sam Carson's still chasing thing, but Brad just really runs it wide there. Hope he wasn't out of cuts. No, he looks all good. As they come down into Aqua Minerale, the Bentley's so strong down the bottom of the hill there.
Nowhere to go.
No,
but he
Brad
comes up out of here. How wide could that Aston be, J-Man?
Yeah.
Pretty wide, I reckon. Oh, Big Chan.
There's just nowhere to pass there, mate.
John Carter, Ray Haggis. all over it. Shane Frotado in the final lap.
Yeah, started the final lap.
This is all happening.
Yeah, John McDonald, a half a chance for Rusty Shackelford on the last lap too.
Carson and bloody Mudgee, it's all happening. Brad Robinson, we gotta stick with this one.
Yeah, we can't see everything, guys, so we do our level best to try and give you a glimpse of everything going on, and we really do hate peeling away from some of these battles, but we're just trying to, we don't want to miss it ourselves, guys, as we just see.
No, Rusty Shackelford, Elso and John McDonald, very close.
Yep. And I think, yeah, Vic Chan, he's only got this lap to have a go. We've seen how strong he is out of the Tosa, heading up the hill.
Here we
he
go.
is very strong. He'll look for the outside light again.
Oh, Brad even forces the issue, just leaves him a little bit less space that time. And it really
there is a lap car coming up too, Davo.
That did really pull the Bentley up there, didn't it, Joe Man?
It did. And
Shane Frotado, he's up on his best lap time at the moment too.
Yeah. Mudgee looking to make big gains here tonight, given that...
Keep it Carson out. Yeah, Rick again. J-Man.
Oh, does the lap car get involved in this? Hopefully not.
It can't not.
Oh, come on.
Vaughan Martin, Lucas Sarr also very close.
Bobby's just jumped off a line.
In Frotado.
Congratulations, Shane, on the race win. Apologies, we couldn't watch you go across the line. We're just trying to give you
Mudgee, Sam Carson, so close. So close. Dave Zero, John Carter, Ray Haggett, Rusty Shackelford.
What a battle. Steve Wilton.
Brad Robinson, Vic Chan, here we go. That's it. It's all she wrote. Ethan Cale, right behind Vic, past Steve Wilton, Vaughan Martin. Oh, look how close all this is, Jamie.
Yeah, and Kenny Simpson and Steve Malling still battling. We talked to Steve-O off camera early in the night, and he said he was going to go to battle with Kenny Simpson. He sure it has. There's only half a second between them as they cross the line, not even that, 0.478. So just up and down the field. It doesn't matter where you are in this field. There's always someone to race with, Davo.
How close was that field? Like, we couldn't call them quick enough coming across the line. So, very nice stuff, boys.
All righty,
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move this thing along. What do we got? Some of the boys up here.
Okay, so looking for Sam Carson. There he is. We'll grab Sam. Sam Carson, first guy to the booth tonight. Sam, you got a comms on us, mate?
Yeah, I got you.
Mate, what a race.
Absolutely. That was truly epic.
You brought home an absolutely outstanding third position, and with, had there been the slightest little slip up from Mudgee, that could have been a second, mate. You put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, that was the goal. Try and get as close to him as I could and just keep that pressure and hope he'd make a mistake, but didn't seem to happen.
No, but nonetheless, mate, it'll be nights like this that you remember when you go out to battle like that, and it's nice and clean and fast, and you take a podium, and I think this is the first time we've talked to you up here this season, mate. So it's great to have you here.
It is. It's good to be here.
So great qualifying as well for you tonight. You've got that car absolutely dialed at the minute. The 777 guys really got some organisation going on behind the scenes during the week, obviously.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharing of setups and just helping out with driving lines and whatnot. But we're doing well.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Hey, well, look, we really appreciate the spectacle you put on tonight there for a well-earned P3, mate, and best of luck in the next quali, and let's hope we can have a chat to you in another 40-odd minutes.
Let's see what we can do. Cheers.
Thanks, mate. All right, so that was Sam Carson.
Sam Carson.
And did I move him to the right channel? I believe I did.
And you've done well.
Yeah, I did. So
we got one right.
Yeah, next cab off the rank is Mark Mudgeway. So I'll just go and grab Mudgy. Another great drive as we just go.
Click
Mudgy,
drag.
you got us on
got him.
comms, Mudge. You there, Mudgy? Yeah, push to talk, buddy.
Okay.
All right, so
No buds.
we can't hear Mudgy at the moment, but what we can tell you is Mudgy capitalised on a night when the pole sitter started from pit lane. The guy in second place tagged the next guy, and
Copy.
yeah,
There
you
he
got us,
is.
Mudgy,
There
mate.
he is.
Yeah, I don't
Mate.
know. Something happened there with my wheel. Sorry.
Wicked, mate. Well done. P2 on a night that kind of so far has gone your way, given what we saw into the Tamarillo lap 1 with Shane and bloody Vic. And then you held your nerve at the back end with a hard charging Sam Carson.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't actually see. I was too busy concentrating on the gap on the right hand side to see what actually happened with those two. The oceans parted, and I kept my foot in it, and ended up in P2. Which honestly, going through the week with the track, I thought we were going to be midfield the whole race. Not
Yeah,
nowhere.
well, the Cam guys did a great job at the start of that race tonight, so I'm sure you'll get to see what actually happened. They got a great view of the overhead, you coming through there, and just, you know, a bit of fortune favours the brave as you come
It does.
through
Yep.
Tamarillo there, and you were sort of on the outside, which made you on the inside for the next corner, and you just ran with it. Shane's got probably that little bit much pace tonight, mate, but on a night where your championship rival finished in 10th, that's a great effort.
Yeah. Like I said, really wasn't expecting it, so it's pretty gross.
Awesome, and that was with weight too, Mudgy, so another awesome
Yes.
Yeah,
thing
those
to do.
the Astons, like, oh man, they're so fast. It's a bit scary. So we'll see how race 2 goes. But I'll take those points any day.
Yeah, no, awesome stuff, Mudgy. Well done, mate. Looking forward to seeing what you can do in this next quali and this next race, mate. You know, you've got to just drive what's in front of you as you do, mate, and best of luck.
Yep, thank you. The car's nice. It's a nice race car. So
Yeah, awesome, buddy. Enjoy
Nice
it.
work, Mudgy.
So there you go. That's Mark Mudgeway, and we shall grab our race winner down here. Where is Slambo? There he is. I'll go and grab him here. The list is growing, viewers, so it's very hard to drag these guys down as we just welcome to the booth. Shane, you got us on comms, mate?
Yeah, mate, how's it going?
Pretty good, mate. Not as good as you, though, clearly. Just dominated that race. After that, I've got to touch on the first initial incident down at Tamarillo there. How did you see that play out?
Yeah, I felt like I was reeling them in before the corner, and then I don't know. I have to watch the replay. I feel pretty bad about it, but I felt like I was over quite far to the left.
Yep.
And I was already, I think, on the curb, so I couldn't really go any more out of the way. I was hoping we could go too wide through that first sort of sequence of corners.
Yeah, nice. Well,
because I know if he got in front of me, he was gone.
I called it at the start of the race. I think that there was going to be a pretty heavy battle on between the two of you because we've seen, you know, that you did have a lot of pace in the car, which is nice to see you find that pace in that car come round 3 because we know, you know, it's been up and down for you and you've been away and so it was good to see. But, you know, I'm going to shine a light on the rest of it, mate, because it was super positive. Just ultra fast out there, controlled it, good pit stop. Manage the traffic and then just meet and drink from there, mate. You didn't get a lot of airtime because you were just sort of too far out in front, but there'll be plenty for you to watch that you didn't see, Shano. So yeah.
Cheers, man. Yeah, this car just felt so good here. Just sort of just driving my own little wheel in that race. Watching the gaps back to Mudgy.
Yep, no, you did a great job. It was nice to see the other Audi of John Carter up there as well, mate. So both the Audi drivers, I'm not sure if you guys are running the same setup, but up there and competitive, which is real cool, man. So congratulations on a well-earned P1, and
Cheers, thank you.
Best of luck for this next one.
Cheers, mate.
Awesome, Shano. Have a good one.
Thanks, Shane.
Bye. See ya.
So there you go. That is your podium plays for round 3, race 1 here at ASRNZ. Backpain GT3 23.
Yes, an awesome race it was, J-Man. The boys are going to take a quick break. We are going to take a quick break. everybody stay tuned. I hope the bloody server stays going. But we'll be back soon.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Good evening. It's Davo here, J-Man by my side. We're just the boys rolling out for Q2 in what are we in? Round 3. Q2, round 3. J-Man, it's been a mate. The first race was freaking awesome. The whole season's been awesome so far. We've had bloody 5 races. It's been great.
Yeah, it has. No, it's been amazing, and you know that last qualifying session saw the top honours go to Ethan Cale on a 41.7, and unfortunately missed the start and had to start from pit lane, and I believe made it all the way back to around P11 or 12, I think, somewhere around there. I'm going to say
just out of the top 10. Yep.
Yeah, and and obviously Vic Chan rotated through contact at turn 1, made it all the way back to P10. It was P10. Yeah, it was. He did manage to round up Farmer. Didn't manage to round up Brad Robinson. So
no,
it's such an action-packed track. The sky is blue, it's dry, which is a far cry from what we saw last week, Dave.
Oh, mate, talking tears. And everything's looking beautiful out here. The cars are fantastic. Sun's shining.
Who did I just see rotated? It was B-Dog, I think, was rotated at...
Oh, yeah. Just picked up on that. So, yeah, boys, we've got about little under 5.5 minutes of qualifying to go.
Yeah, standard ASRNZ rules here for qualifying, and any of our Premier Championships see these guys go out for a time-scheduled qualifying session, which this happens to be 8 minutes. And should they escape back to pits, that is it over. So if they need to make an adjustment or change a tyre or refill the car, they must drive back, which doesn't give them a lot of options in an 8-minute session.
No, it doesn't, J-Man. And... yeah, look, that's just the rules. The boys deal with it really well, though, don't they? We obviously don't hear anything
well,
about
they're not going to complain to us, are they? Really?
No, they're not. You know, because we think it's a fantastic thing, and you know, the boys really do manage their qualifying around it, and just get on with business, don't they, mate?
Yeah. I just picked up on. I see you watching Vic Chan there. The lights are ablaze. Barmer's playing a smart play here to tuck him behind that car and just try and gauge that. It might grab him up a couple of places in the qualifying.
Yeah, just that carrot we always talk about, the carrot. Just that something to chase in front. He's not essentially, you know, looking to see how he's driving, you know, like and where his clipping points are for the apexes. He knows what he's doing, but just that... Yeah,
42.0, he does know what he's doing.
There you go, 42.0, J-Man,
again. Where is Ethan? What sort of lap is Ethan Cale on?
And Shane with 42.3 originally. Mudgy with 42.4. Steve Wilton with 43.0, 2 J-Man. Nothing to be sneezed at.
So, we're just seeing the big times coming in. Ray Haggis in there on 42.2 is a great lap.
Ethan was one we just wanted to probably pick up on this quality there, J-Man, just running down into the bottom of the hill there.
Yeah, I'm not sure based on his siding lap whether this one's going to be good enough, but he is going to get another run. We know he can punch 41s.
Yep.
So... And I don't suspect he's going to miss the start twice as he's just approaching a second up on whatever the delta is. And I don't know what the delta is, but if you're a second up on it, it's got to be a good thing.
Well, he's a second up on it. It's a 1:47.0 that he's got currently as his best.
That'll be an out.
Or his last. So yeah, it's an out lap. Yeah, so nothing special here at the moment.
Let's see where it lands him. Vic Chan's a couple of tenths up. Ray Haggis is another couple of tenths. Shane Forado's 6 tenths up. So we see Ethan Cale
in the second.
Yeah, 42.007 versus a 002. So.
Oh, God, how close is this stuff, JP? Really?
Shane's the guy.
Shane's the one to watch here as he
Yeah.
just runs down past the pit entry here, J-Man.
Yeah, this is going to be a well into the ones.
And we still have 2 minutes to go in qualifying. So these boys have got another 2 laps up their sleeve, really, haven't they? Putting that car, that Audi, Shane Frodo,
on the top spot.
On the top spot, provisionally. Oh.
Ray Haggis to the top on a 41.7.
I didn't see that coming, J-Man.
Wow. The OES boys are shining tonight. They currently hold the top 4 spots.
You've got to look closely to notice that Haggis's car is an OES car.
He's well and truly in that group.
You've got to wait till he goes past you, and then you'll see the OES stuff on the back of the car. But it's only if you're following him, you know who he is.
But Vic Chan on 41.8.
Right.
Shane looking to go 3/10 faster, which would see him at a 41.5. He's 4/10 up now, so man, this is not done by a long shot. Mark Mudgway up, Jordan Moss up, John Carter up, Steve Wilton up, Aaron Enright up. There's a lot of guys making hay in these final stages of this qualifying session. So, but this is going to be a big lap from Shane. If he can get this thing stopped down here into the Ravazza. Or he was deep there, and you can see the delta
deep.
Climbing as it drops back a little bit because he was obviously fast and a little slower out.
He seemed to have gathered it up though.
Yeah.
Oh, he did lose a little bit though.
Yeah, he's still up enough to do the job. Well and truly. 41.550 plays Shane Frodo, our race winner from race 1.
Look, I think surely he's taken something from race 1 and some data from race 1 and just implemented it in his setup there, J-Man.
I hope Sam Carson doesn't get held up here by Lucas because I tell you what, he's a couple of tenths up on a 41.8. This is going to play him close to the front row. Yeah. And we saw him with a podium, P3 race 1.
Yep.
He's just loses a bit. Yep. He gains it back as he comes down through Aqua Minerale, heading up to the Grassini chicane.
He was in battle with, I think it was Vic Chan, wasn't he?
He's caught Lucas, so...
Yeah, he's in a really bad spot there, actually. That's just sort of really put a kibosh on his lap there.
Yep, it has. Vic Chan's a couple of tenths
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Get a bit of clear air.
This would be
Mudgee
close.
Also up, J-Man. Put him in the 41s. Not up the pointy end of the 41s, but he's quick. Can he get it stopped? Oh, he's out in the grass.
Damn. I tell you what.
Tough.
Yeah, gets out of the way of Chan, and Chan's coming through to take the top spot. I can tell you now, if he can bring this home, this will be enough.
Oh, you think
It'll be close.
I think he does. I think Shane's got it. Oh, no, there you go.
527 plays a 550.
2 bloody thousandths, 200ths of a second.
And where's Ethan Cale is in 5th, Sam Carson 4th, Ray Haggis 3rd, Shane Frodo 2nd, Vic Chan. Wow. So Mudgee be a bit gutted because he was on the money there to certainly move up a couple.
Big. That's big, J-Man.
Yep. I think Mudgee could have potentially grabbed Ethan Cale there with that lap, but anyway, you got to do it.
Yeah, and we see it again, J-Man. These qualifying sessions are as exciting, even in such a short amount of time, as a good solid race. The battle's going on right down to the wire.
And it's so temperamental, hit and miss. I mean, you look at guys like John Carter was on the 2nd row last race. He's in P11. Stephen Melling with a big improvement up to P16 in his qualifying on a 44.2, which I think is a PB for Stevo. Vaughan Martin, well down. He was well up the last one, 45.167 by Vaughan standards. He would have wanted a better lap than that. So the field from the mid-pack down is certainly mixed around. Dave Zero, P8, would have wanted a better lap than that. But, 42.2 I can't do a 42.2, mate.
Yeah, mate, that is a tough room at the moment. That is a very talented field.
Yeah. So
We talk about getting in the top 10, and how much of a like a high point it is to get in the top 10 in this field at the moment, J-Man. Oh,
well, you got multi-time championship winners like John McDonald's just on the cuff there, P9,
yeah.
and it really does show you the depth of this field at the moment. But we saw a 41.7 by Ethan Carl in Q1. That's been topped in Q2 by Vic Chan on a 41.5. I can tell you that session was at 8 in the morning on Sunday morning. So did those guys make a bit of horsepower? Was the track conditions a little bit better this far into the weekend, day 3 of this race weekend?
It looked pretty nice.
It did. However, it's a stark difference from the quali. They qualified at 8 in the morning. They're now racing at 4 in the afternoon. So
yeah, very, very different circumstances, weather-wise, track condition-wise. Like the track temperature, the ambient temperature would be different. The track temperature is going to be different.
Well, they've just rolled out onto a 23 ambient with 30 degrees track. So the track is hot, but it is late in the day, and the powers that be might have snuck a little bit of a time scale in there. So we might see the track start to cool off towards the back end of this race, as it being after 5 o'clock. So we'll be watching with interest at the back end to see how guys' pressures are. Remembering that these guys, Davo, don't change tyres here. They just jam 1 litre fuel dump in.
Yep.
These are a sprint race format. We don't actually start the enduros until we get to
a couple of weeks now, I think, still, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's basically not until we get to Paul Ricard, round 7.
Yep. So at least another 2 rounds of sprint races after tonight, and then
3 more rounds. 3 more rounds. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So, no, the boys just doing an absolutely stunning job. I think a good portion of the field then, Davo, I think improved. Obviously, you got
it was obvious by how quickly we were calling the boys over the line at the end of the race. Everybody was on the lead lap. Everybody was. It was so close.
Right, so we see them just about to roll off for their formation lap. Looking good. All the paint this year just looks absolutely stunning. Great to see that 10 block tribute sitting up on the front row beside your pole sitter, Vic Chan. As it rolls away.
Yes, with Shane in the Audi. Not too far behind, mate. This is going to be an interesting first couple of laps, Jamie.
I think it is. Once again, we saw the drama between Vic and Shane in race 1. I reckon they'll give each other a little bit more quarter this time round, eh? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. But no, hey, look, pretty cool track to be racing on here this season. Obviously, we try to mix the tracks up at ASRNZ between seasons so that the guys get as much variation as they can. But this one, pretty special for the likes of Lucas. He is Brazilian. I know it's a special track for him. But yeah, famous names, Tamarillo, like I've been calling, Villeneuve curves, the Piratella, and obviously the Ravazza, some big names that, motorsport fans that have been watching for a long time will remember the names.
Particularly Formula One followers.
Cool to see these guys going through those parts of the tracks and battling side by side, albeit too.
Absolutely, J-Man.
All right, so
as we see the boys weaving, getting a little bit of temp into those tyres as best as possible.
So Okay, so we've lost Mike King for this one. He's not here. So we are down to 23 cars for this race. So we just lost one, which is not bad. Lachlan Andrews doing a much better job in Q2, P18. So he scalped a few good big names. Kenny, Brendan, Vaughan Martin, Bobby Laycock and Philip Davidson. So well done, Lachlan. Great place to start this race, you know.
For sure.
Battling some of the guys he'll be racing, so, and he's at the front of them too. So, as we see B-Dog just come flying down the outside there, just
as the boys start to form up, J-Man.
Yes.
Final.
Good looking grid.
Final run down onto the straightaway from the helicopter. Focused on Ethan in the Mercedes at the moment. Long run down to the start finish line here.
So Vic got this thing right down at 62, 63k an hour.
Nice work controlling it. Race 2, round 3, ASRNZ 2023 back pain GT3 series. J-Man, we have a bloody green light and we are racing. Look at the Audi punch on the outside, past the Bentley, into the braking area for one. Surely he's going to let him go. Clearly, there's contact again.
That's a given copy. Ethan's in there this time.
Through the middle in the.
Holy Jesus!
It's on.
Ray Haggis
Immediately.
is in the mix. Yeah. So those boys getting into contact again.
No
early.
mucking around. No love lost. Much away. Ray Haggis just sitting back, just thinking, okay, we're staying out of that.
Oh, contact there. That must have been Vaughan Martin into the back of Kenny Simpson. By the look of that. He just backed out of it. Everything's all good. Everything's all good.
Kenny tucked in behind Melling at the moment. Oh, Kenny very sideways in the McLaren.
Yeah, loses a couple of spots
lets
there.
Andrews and Vaughan past. Wow. Crazy stuff. Ethan Cale taking advantage. He's off. Rick Tan saying, I don't know. Ray Haggis.
And look who's together again. Once again, Mark Mudgeway and Sam Carson.
Well, that was never going to go too soon. Jordan Moss in 7th, Dave 0 and 8. John McDonald and Steve Wilt in 10th with John Carter in the other Audi, right up his clacker as they run across the line. J-Man for the first lap. Wow.
Yeah, great start to this race. Obviously a little bit of feeling at the start again, once again, between Shane and Vic, but they managed to get away with that one. At the expense of Ethan Cale, who is just absolutely got his eyes forward and heading off.
Oh, as you would expect, J-Man.
Yep. So that'll be interesting to see how those big heavy hitters play this one out over the next 37 minutes, 38 odd minutes. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Wow. Well, look, with the pit windows opening so early and so late.
I'm just watching John Carter's just inside move, and that is Adam Faulkner with an inside move on John Carter down at the Tosa.
Yeah, so we just picked up at the end of that.
Yeah, so,
nice work. And Carter yields sensibly.
So Jordan Moss managed to... No, John McDonald must have got past Jordan Moss. Because he's P8, and now that's left Wilton to try and follow his fellow teammate through there and move up. Now he's putting all the pressure on Jordan now.
Yeah, trying to get past Moss. Does Farmer have the eyes on tonight, J-Man? We will soon find out.
Yeah, I'm looking a little bit further back. I can see Vaughan Martin just absolutely pressuring Steve Melling, who's actually run right down in the Ravasa in the 2 double lefts. So that was enough invitation for Vaughan Martin, and he's
Vaughan to
actually
go
got
through.
Lachlan Andrews looking for a run down the front chute too.
As well.
So it just shows you just got to get a foot just slightly out of line, and these guys are ready to pounce.
Yeah, and Melling,
Lachlan's going to have a go down the inside here.
Melling not out of trouble yet, so so nicely executed. A little bit awkward. Boys pull it off nice. Mudgy, Sam Carson, J-Man.
It's back on again. Who peels off early? Who thinks they've got more pace than the guy that they're racing early?
Because the pit window's open.
Yeah. If I'm Sam Carson, I'm going.
Aaron Enright, Brendan Roll, Bobby Laycock, Kenny Simpson back. Kenny Simpson's gone way back. Had a bit of a mishap earlier on. Back to Mark Mudgeway, Sam Carson, J-Man.
Yep. So Brad Robertson, Rusty Shackelford, John Carter, that's a good little battle for 11, 12, 13 as well. That's those guys got it going on, and got a pretty hungry Adam Velpiner.
Sam Carson up the side. Mudgy here, J-Man. Sorry to interrupt here.
Is he going to get it done?
He's easily got it done. Oh, he's run deep. Mudgy back up the inside.
Down at the Ravasa, great passing opportunity.
So a bit of a to and fro from the boys as Mudgy goes straight in.
Oh, what
no mucking around.
What a play.
Just get me out of this.
Yeah, doesn't want to battle with Sam on track. Wants to get this stuff done. Big undercut.
So
Lucas Sarin as well.
The first car in the pit lane, J-Man.
Yep, Matt calls it early. He's going for a different strategy this race. We saw
also Kenny Simpson. Sorry to interrupt again. Lucas Sarr and Kenny Simpson. Yes.
Just looking at Mudgy's stop.
Ethan Cale has a big chance.
Mudgy's stop is not the fastest I've seen tonight for sure.
Okay,
nonetheless,
on the flags. As long as it's clean, J-Man.
Yeah. So
Mudgy out of the pits with the clean.
He's cleared yet. Yeah, he's clear. Yep.
Nice work.
Vic's just bridged that gap down to Ethan Cale as well. And,
no mucking around, James.
Dragging Shane with him. And Ray Haggis, stunning performance from him so far
Haggis,
as well.
Absolutely. And just remembering, like I said, he is in this group of drivers here in this team.
Yep, he is.
A bit hard to spot it on the car, but yeah, definitely. And showing some form, J-Man again.
Yep. So I'll be watching. I'm just watching Sam Carson here. Does he go in? No.
No. These guys are going to run, I reckon. As long as they've got a bit of clean air between each other, they can punch some lap times out, eh? These top 5, group of 5 here.
Yep.
We've got Carson 0 coming up behind Carson now.
Yeah,
that could upset things a little bit. We can either see Carson or 0 into the pits at the end of this lap, depending on how this pans out. Again, you can see the rest of that group. We are still very early, 4 laps into this race, but very close stuff still, J-Man.
Oh, super close. And I'm just watching John Carter's just with that. He's got another 2 cars. He's got Rusty Shackelford and Brad Robertson that are applying pressure as well. But John's actually making his way up on the back of Steve Wilton, currently running P9, potentially P10 once it shakes out, because obviously we saw Mudgy with that really, really early stop as well. So I just want to have a look at Mudgy. I can tell you Mudgy doesn't have a single car in front or behind him.
No, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Rolls for him, doesn't it? You know, like the other couple of guys that have pitted were way down in the field compared to where he was. So be interesting to see how that equalises.
Yeah, well, he's out there. He's up on his delta. Obviously, his delta isn't that great because he peeled off so early. You know, lap two effectively. So, you know, we'll see an indicative time of what sort of pace he's got out there. I mean, if he's anywhere in the twos, you'd say he's on the money. And I'll also be watching Sam Carson's lap times. He's just punched to 2.8 because that's who Mudgie's racing. So I'll be interested.
Oh, Vic Chan off track, J-Man. Sorry to interrupt there, my friend.
Right. Yep.
We will have to get a replay on that.
Yeah, please. That'd be great.
Looks like you might get a bit of aero wash here. We'll just show from the helicam here. He's just sneaking up behind Ethan.
Yeah, late in the piece.
Have you got that on your visual?
Yeah, mate, late in the piece, and then he's just... Okay.
Oh,
so
here we go.
So he's come out of Tamarillo and just got loose. And,
yep.
That was enough for Shane.
Yeah, a little bit too much loud pedal on that one. Unfortunately. Again, we go back to these 1%ers, J-Man.
Yep. Mudgie making that clean air work from John... Sam Carson with a 42.8, Mark Mudgeo with a 42.6. So 2 tenths in the favour of Mudgeway the last lap around. So I'll keep monitoring that as that battle shakes out, because that is a battle of pit lane and fresh air.
Oh, for sure. And there's one little battle here that I can't keep my eyes off as I just see Rusty Shackleton get very sideways. We've got the Steve Wilton, John Carter, Rusty, Brad Robinson battle. I think it might have been Faulkner tucked in on the back of that. But
John very deep down into the Ravasa behind Farmer there. Okay. So Vic Chan does hold the fastest lap of the race at the moment.
So Brad Robinson in. So we haven't seen that early flurry of pit stops, have we, J-Man, this time?
Not like we saw the last time. Yeah, so the guys might have learnt a little bit out of there. Track is optimum. I can tell you we have dropped 1 degree of temp already.
Yeah. And is it maybe the style of track too, the flowing nature of the track to, you know, like the traffic is not so critical, maybe, who knows, you know, like they're just, we've seen in the first 2 rounds already this year that it's a flurry of pit stops, really early, really late. We saw it again last race, but we're not seeing it now in race 2.
7 tenths in the favour of Sam Carson versus Mudgeway last lap around.
There you go.
Shane.
Nice pick up there, J-Man. So, look, my data is flickering away, but I don't have the red lights flashing at me. Like I said, it's not like the last 5 races we've watched this series so far.
Yeah, like, so what you're saying is, you know, potentially we're going to see less drive-throughs this one. You know, the guys just, it hurts, you know. It does, it hurts when you get those, given that, you know, we talk about 2 tenths a lap difference here or 3 tenths a lap difference here. And, you know, if you get a stop-go 30 or even a drive-through for that matter, it's just, you're just going to go so far back as we see John Carter in the lane.
Big damage, J-Man, massive damage. So John Carter, and these stops are critical. We've seen these stop goes, like you're saying, and so they got to get these cars down to speed, get it right, get those 1%ers nailed, get the bloody thing off the jacks, get out of there. Yep. And yeah, lots of mistakes so far. Five races in, J-Man, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was a great stop from John Carter then. That'll serve him well. Up against his peers, you know, when they come in like that and they do those 1%ers right like that, he stopped, he got the engine shut down. I was in car with him, and permitting that he didn't speed in the lane, which I'm pretty sure he didn't because I was on board. It looked pretty good.
Before, but here we go. Yeah. There you go.
Stephen Melling in the lane as well, also.
Okay, so nice. A very awkward pit exit here. It just the way they've laid out this first chicane is the car's going to come right across to the right, and the pit exit is on the right, so it's a little bit of unwritten, well, I suppose it is written, just respect that's got to be given for these boys coming out of the pits as much as the boys ripping down the straight, J-Man. Steve, Wilton, Rusty, Shackelford battle, the two Beamers, J-Man.
Yeah, going at it.
Going at it.
Nothing in it.
Nice stuff. So Vaughan, Martin, and Mr. Falconer in the McLaren. Oh,
Rusty with the run here.
And Brad, is that Brad out? Oh, Vaughan Martin, should I say, into the pits. John Carter also. Oh no, he's already. We watched that.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass. Wilton might look for a switchback. He got on the brakes really, really early, which allowed Rusty to get the job done. He couldn't get the switchback. So that's a positional change there for Rusty. So great amount of pressure, applied it, got the job done for now. But certainly don't expect Farmer to go away. He'll just keep pressing on.
Of course. So we get a bit of a flurry of pit stops, J-Man, Vaughan Martin, Brennan Rolfe. We also had
Phil Davidson,
and I showed John Carter as out, but he's already out on track, so we're all good there.
Yep.
Yes. It's all starting to happen. We're 25 minutes to go. Still plenty of time, J-Man. This is an odd time to see this little flurry of pit stops. Just from what we've been watching for the last 5 races in the last couple of rounds.
Yep. Update on the Mudgeway Carson battle of pit road versus on track. Mudgee 42.9 plays Carson's 42.5. So net gain again to Carson. So yeah. So Sam Carson, who was trailing Mudgeway before that early pit stop that Mark made, is certainly on the right side of the ledger at the moment.
Ethan Cale into the pits, J-Man, you might want to know.
Yes, he is.
So in the purple, Monster Mercedes.
Pulls it up on the jacks, nice and quick. What's it like? Pretty good.
Tidy stop, J-Man.
It is pretty good. All right, so Ethan out. I'll look at Mudgeway's location. Ethan did have some margin on him before that happened. So Mudgee coming out onto the front straight now. And Ethan is out of the lane, coming up to speed into turn 1. So no problem there.
Yeah. Who else do we have in? Lachlan Andrews in the pits at the moment, J-Man. So here we go. A few of the boys just picking that mid part of the race. Ooh, as we see Ethan just coming to grips with that new set of tyres.
Push it hard.
Yeah, some mid-race pit stops, J-Man. We're not seeing that full over and undercut scenario, are we, mate, in race 2 here?
No, well, the trend's generally been, as you said, it's been a lot of guys going really, really early, as we saw Mudgee do, and race 1 we saw a big pack going for it.
Yep. Big Chan.
Or otherwise, Vic Chan in the lane, or otherwise, Sam Carson in the lane also. And so, Sam, I'll watch that one there because albeit he was making net gains on track, you still need a good stop.
Yeah, you do, and we saw that from Mudgee, didn't we, with him not probably getting anything landed in the pit box so nicely.
As he rolls all up behind pit.
Yeah, he does.
Been in there a little while. I feel like Vic's been sitting there for a bit.
No, he was...
that's all right.
No, it was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Okay. Sam's look fast. If I look at his location to Vic and that, I feel like Sam's was a quick stop.
Maybe his entry was a bit better there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lachlan Andrews with a stop go 30. Unfortunately, we talked about that. We might have put the hex on those guys, but
tough, mate. We can't.
So Mudgeway and Carson are on track together in the same portion of track. So net gain there to Carson.
Yeah, nice work, Sam, there, actually.
I feel like
he's well in front of Mudgy there.
Yeah.
So Mudgy also carrying weight, that Vegemite BMW J-Man tonight.
Yeah, he's got 25 pies on. JB's got 30 of them.
Yeah, so those boys will be feeling that. Who else does have such weight?
So we got Brad Robinson.
Robinson
has the 20. JB has the 30. Mudgy's got the 25.
So Brad Robinson currently in 15th. Looks like he's just gonna get a little bit of a squeeze from John Carter, actually, J-Man, anytime soon.
Yes. Yeah,
Carter
he's
pushing
on him
hard. Now we saw Carter go back. I think this is it.
Mudgeway's caught Carson too on track. So whatever that gap was, it's going to close, I think. So maybe Mudgeway feeling like he's better following at the minute.
Yeah.
Just looking up the road a little bit. Actually, I'm looking back. Yeah, that battle, you're right. That battle there. Where is Steve Wilton? P6 hasn't stopped yet. Between Falconer and Shackelford. Yeah, so Farmer's tracking along quite nicely there. Last lap round was a 43.1, which is about the pace, because I can tell you your leader was a 42.990, Agus was a 43. Oh, sorry, no, he was a 42.6, 43.3, 42.9 for Dave Zero. John McDonald in the lane. Yeah, John McDonald in the lane with his 30 pies. Probably at this way through burnt over half his fuel. Probably feels like 10 pies. Maybe 15.
He's probably trying to stuff a few down here. So throw them out the window or something.
Bloody litterbug. Aaron Enright in the lane.
Okay, so these are the last few boys.
Good stop from McDonald as Ethan Cale goes
very
through.
Quick stop actually from McDonald there, Joey, man.
Yeah, Chan goes through. Where is Carson and Mudgeway? Here they come. They're just going to round him up now. Yeah, so there they go now as he's just exiting the lane. Where's Brad Robinson? He gets out in front of Brad.
He keeps it in front of, is it Vic and Ethan there as well?
Oh, who's that? Who is that? Who's that on his tail? Who's that on the back of McDonald?
Jordan Moss.
Rightio. Okay. So both pit stop. That is for battle. That is a battle on track. Mudgy and Carson still going at it. Vic's still got the fastest lap of the race on a 41.875, which is like quali pace.
Isn't it what?
And Shano just out there, just absolutely smashing the laps out. Last lap round was a 42.7.
Yeah. We could see this coming. I think I've seen this coming for the last 5 races.
Yeah.
It was only a matter of time, this car.
Can he do the double tonight?
Ah, look. Clear head, 17 minutes to go. I'm saying yes.
Yeah. He probably wants to get in and get out soon though, because both the boys he's racing, aka Ethan and Vic. Vic's just done a 42.0 and Ethan's just done a 42.6.
Yeah. Like as soon as Shane gets up on traffic, he's got to get out of it. Just who's that?
Steve Melling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As respectful as Melling would be to move aside, you know how much even that can slow you down, J-Man.
Yep.
So we would expect to see this in the next few laps potentially.
Yep.
Melling moves aside. Oh. Nice, slick move. Oh, we've seen a few boys go deep there into the sand. J-Man.
Yep.
Stays out.
Yep. Ray Haggis doing a great job. Had some early pressure from Dave Zero, but he's just held his own. Still running in the high 42 bracket, 43.0 versus Dave Zero's 43.0. So yeah, all those front three are all on low 43s.
Yeah.
Rusty Shackelford, he's just come across for a 42.8. So he's actually quicker than all those guys in front of him at the moment. Farmer comes across for a 44.5, so bit of pace to find there. Oh, Vic is closing in big time on Ethan. Yeah. Mudgy and Carson. I think that's worth a look.
Well, that hasn't gone away all night, really, has it? That little battle, mate. So, these guys have been locked horns. No matter who's in front or behind at the moment.
Yeah, there's nothing separating the pace that these guys have got on track.
Yeah. That nice stuff from these guys. And look at Mudgy. Geez, he's quick down through that first sector.
He's very, very good through there, isn't he? Yeah, he's very, very good down through Tamarillo and Villeneuve. Be interesting to see how he goes up the hill here out of Tosa, heading up to the top of the circuit. The Aston got some good horsepower.
Oh, yeah, we saw that. He's very deep under brakes, actually. I think it's Vic in the Bentley. And, got some punch up the hill. So, yeah. A little bit of an alternative line, but that's it's making some grunt.
Yep.
So, yeah, nice work from those two boys. One's to be watched. Rick Chan, Ethan Kale. That little gap has spread a little bit. Now we have Adam Falconer in Falconer. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Adam. Into the pits, J-Man in the McLaren.
Yeah, another 777 boy, I think. So
could be Falconer. I don't know. Falconer.
As he gets it up on the jacks, gets it stopped nice and square. Gets the thing shut down, gets it off the jacks. That's as quick as you'll see, I think, tonight.
Oh, yeah, very tidy stuff, J-Man, and a nice conservative run into the pits. No heroics, just really good, clean stuff. And that's what wins you races. That's what gets you positions, my friend, as he comes out. Yeah, as we see those two boys in front of him. Who is that?
Who is that?
Oh, that was side by side. I missed
Was that Mudgy and Sam?
I don't know.
Was it? All right. Who was it?
I think it's John Carter, Brad Robinson. Actually, let's flick back to a replay.
It is too. They're going at it. They are going at it.
This is down into one, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this little transaction. John Carter in the Audi, covering his line. Brad Robinson goes, no, I'm having none of that. We're going in side by side. Look at that. No contact, J-Man. Zero contact.
And they come out status quo.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, good spatial awareness from both drivers. I mean, there's just nothing in that, man. You both got to agree to that.
Oh,
so,
you definitely both got to sign up for it, don't you?
Yeah, the contract there, for sure.
So nice work from those boys. Oh, there's so much going on. Bobby Laycock out of the pits. So where are we at with pit stops? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. J-Man still to pit. Shane in the Audi, Haggis, Zero, Shackford, and Steve Wilton. So we're going to watch those spaces.
Yeah, Carso just pulling away a little bit for Mudgee at the moment, so that's probably the furthest apart I've seen them all night. However, yeah, Vic was sort of making big inroads into Ethan, and it's kind of stabilised. It's plateaued a bit, which is it's funny because, you know, last lap around, Ethan ran a 42.6 and Vic ran a 41.9. So I'm not sure what happened there. It might have been a little bit of a mistake.
Do you want to know my view?
What's that?
I think Vic's trying too hard.
He probably, yeah, I mean, if Vic just doesn't try, he's probably better off. He's just got just copious amounts of talent there. So
he's chasing his teammate. There's nothing worse than your teammate.
Brad Robertson, John Carter's a good battle. That's ebbed and flowed for the last 30 odd minutes as well. So
John Carter.
Might mention too that I think Vaughan Martin really qualified a long way down the field, and
Shane Faraday in the pits. Sorry, J-Man again.
Oh, he isn't. Yeah, and he's currently
nice.
15th.
Nice drop off the jacks there.
So who are we looking for here? Who are we looking for? Ethan Cale will be the first car through. He's just rounded out the Ravasa to come onto the front straight. Shane. These boys might round him up here.
They're going to.
It's going to be close. Yep.
No two ways about it.
They got him. Both of them got him.
Yep.
So
and we got Sam Carson coming down. He will pick up right up behind that Audi. Shane will be just trying to, check his strategy. Just like, okay, where do I go from now? He's just got to push, doesn't he, mate?
Oh, Kenny Simpson's bloody McLaren, Red Bull McLaren is well beat up. Bonnet's up. Farmer just rounded him up there. Farmer's currently sitting P4. We still have Ray Haggis, Dave Zero, Rusty Shackelford, and Steve Wilton to make their pit stops. There is still 5 minutes left to go, so these guys probably will be looking at stopping this lap or the next.
Mate, there's not much time.
We see Haggis in. No. Haggis in the lane. He's butchered it. Nah, he's buggered it. That's the one I'm going to call tonight.
He got it off the wall there, didn't he?
Nah, I think he was in second. I think that's probably going to go down as... like I said, I've been wrong before, but that just looked far too quick.
And the judge and jury are pretty quick on this stuff. As soon as he gets off the jacks and out of that pit lane, we will know, viewers.
I think it's a big one. I think it's an SG30.
We're going to see it just very quickly. J-Man's calling it, but let's fingers crossed, everybody. Come on. Ray Haggis.
There it is.
There it is, J-Man. You called it. You've got a good set of eyes, my friend. You've seen this all before, as we just see Shane Faraday just get down on the inside of him there.
Yeah.
Just goes, look, come on, I've got a race to win here, mate.
Yeah, well, he's got a big task ahead of him because Vic Chan and Ethan Cale are absolutely on the gas.
And both in front of him.
Yeah, in the 42-second bracket, the last lap round, they're on the gas. So, I think you'll see Dave Zero's at a good position, permitting he gets a stop. Remembering that the three guys, Steve Wilton, Rusty Shepard, and Dave Zero, they all have to come in. There's only 3 minutes 20.
They've got no choice. Here we go. We're going to watch Dave Zero.
They don't. They're going to push this right down to the limit. Farmer will have to come in, surely.
Rusty. No.
Stays out. These guys are pushing it right to the limit. Where is Wilton on track? Yeah, he's coming.
He's in. He's in. He's playing it safe.
He got it down.
He had a tough round in Zolder.
He did.
He really did redeem himself in round 2 at Zandvoort, J-Man, but Yeah, he's playing the safe game, I reckon, again tonight. Just keeping his nose clean, getting that car in, getting it off the jacks, and getting stuff done, mate.
6 minute 40, I tell you, inside the next 2 laps, Vic Chan is going to be on Ethan Cale, and it is going to be an absolute sprint to the end. Just grabs a little bit too much curb through Tamarillo there. Just cost him a little bit, as we see Ray Haggis dropping down the field as he makes that stop go 30. You know, she's not just to drive through the lane, it's actually sit there and, you know, that's Greg Murphy moments in the toilet back at Bathurst a number of years ago, isn't it,
Oh,
really?
ouch.
5 effing minutes, mate. But, yeah, 30 seconds will feel like that.
Yeah, I can feel my sphincter burning already.
So, yeah.
So Ray Haggis, it's a 30-second stop go, J-Man.
Oh, it's big. It's big. It's a free kick for so many.
It's, mate, and we've seen way too much of it already, haven't we?
Dave Zero to pit lane.
Dave Zero. This is the last one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
that was tight. Right, I'm going to watch Rusty
okay.
Sheffield.
What's your call? What's your call, though? Yeah,
Borderline.
Borderline.
Yeah.
So you're sitting on the fence here on the
Oh, Rusty's good. Rusty's good. But I'm on the fence for Dave because it was... I tell you what, if it wouldn't be a 30. If anything, it'd be a drive-through. But I'm going to say he's safe.
Okay.
And it was a fast stop, mate. Like, it was super fast.
Here we go. Dave Zero off the jacks quickly. J-Man.
Yeah, Vic Chan and them coming around, so they're about to round them up.
There's Vic. Shane will be the next.
He gets it clear. It was good. There goes Shane. That's a great stop with Dave Zero, though.
Yeah, nice work.
And Rusty Shackelford out.
Wow, J-Man. That's interesting. We haven't seen that style of strategy with the pit stops in the previous 5 races. So it's a bit of a mix-up tonight there. I think all the boys were trying to outplay each other there a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. The pit window's closed. So we've only got 4 minutes of this race left to go. And Vic Chan has narrowed the margin to 1.6 seconds. He has got the eye of the tiger going on, chasing down his teammate.
He's got nothing. Ethan Cale out in the lead. J-Man, Vic Chan, he can do his best in the big Bentley.
So just round up Philip Davidson there.
Yeah. Shane Faraday in 3rd. Dave Zero in 4th. Great pit stop strategy from Dave, J-Man.
Yeah, look,
putting that car in 4th position. Sam Carson in 5th, in front of Mudgeway. Admittedly, Mudgeway carried some pies tonight. Jordan Moss in 7th. Rusty Shackelford, 8th position. And John McDonald 9th. John Cutter 10th.
Wilton looking hot on the back of Brad Robinson too. So Brad, the other guy that's carrying a bit of weight tonight, Davo.
Yeah, so Brad, the 3rd car in that top 3 from last week is carrying that little bit of weight. But I don't know, the Aston just seems to have the measure on the beamer tonight, doesn't it, mate?
Does. And we've got Brendan Rolfe just monstering Aaron Enright's rear bumper at the minute. So that's cool. Cool that B-Dog and Aaron engaged in a fight there.
It continues on. Look, a couple of more laps to go for the boys. A lot more conservative race, I think, tonight, J-Man. I think I've got to take that away from like race 2 in round 3 compared to what we've seen just in those first 2 rounds, and even race 1. Just a different pit stop strategy as we see Rolfe having a crack.
He's having a go, eh?
He wants it. He wants to go right.
Yeah, he's he's on him.
It's not over yet, but just just that difference, and you can feel it, you can see it in the just in the positions of the cars and the amount of like clean air I suppose they got between them. So
Yeah.
a little bit different,
Yeah.
But and they're going to take all this into these like in a couple of rounds. We're going to be in the endurance round,
yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
end of the season, and these boys are going to take all that into that endurance round season now.
Yeah, and I spoke earlier in the night about the 1% of the things, and like even the start of this race, I spoke about doing the little things right and how much pain it costs you when you get it wrong in the pit lane. And I could tell you, Ray Haggis, who was knocking on the door of a podium not more than 6 minutes ago, is currently P19. That's what a stop go 30 will do for you in this field.
Yeah,
So
it's brutal.
A guy with the fastest lap of 42.5 in the race makes one mistake and finds himself in P19. So it's all the little things. I think Ethan Carl's got this thing pretty well wrapped up. He's shown for the last 10, 15 minutes what sort of pace he's got. Both those guys jumped Shane in the pit stop. Shane's got a bit of pressure on this last lap as we see 30 seconds to go from Dave Zero. I think he'll bring that home. Sam Carson getting the better of the battle over Mark Mudway this time round. So those guys sharing the podium round one. They won't make the podium round two. It was just a little bit too far for them this one, but yeah.
Looked like Big Chad even backed off there and said, Ethan, that's enough.
Yeah.
Just don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. J-Man, another epic race as we see Ethan Cale in the Mercedes. Oh, God, hasn't it been an up and down night? Contact from the top end of the field.
Yep. And he capitalised tonight on that with Shane and Vic again. So that probably started there, and good result. As you see the fireworks going off, and it was kind of one of those nights,
So again, we're down into the end of the top. Look at this: John McDonald, Brad Robinson, John Carter, battle right down to the wire. Steve Wilton, Adam Falconer.
Yep. Warren
Martin, Lucas rounding the final corner. Again, J-Man, these guys so close in this race. A lot of guys on the lead lap.
Yeah. Oh, look. We haven't seen as much lapping at the moment, and which is surprising given the absolute pace of some of these guys up the front. Like Vic Chan with the fastest lap of the race at a 41.8. That's, like I said, that's qualifying pace. So as we see Steve Melling, Ray Haggis got up to 18 after that 30. Stop go. Steve Melling P19. Phil Davison P20. Bobby Laycock in 21st. Lachlan Andrews 22nd. Kenny Simpson retired the car P23. Mike King I don't think started this one. So big night there at IMOLA. And congratulations will all go to Ethan Cale at the top end of that one. Vic Chan, Shane, making your podium. So we won't wait any longer, and we shall go and grab.
Please don't make us wait, J-Man.
Yeah, we'll go and grab Lambo and get this thing
Get
underway.
him up here. Come on.
We will. Okay. All right. Here we go. I've got this. Okay.
You got this?
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. Shano, you got us on comms?
Yeah, mate.
Mate, mega race. You got out there, did some pretty bloody good laps. You out there commanding this thing, but great result tonight, man. Good solid points haul. A 1-3.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, it didn't quite have my tyre pressures right, and it made the balance a little oversteery. And the last half of that race, they were definitely too cold. And I stuffed up my pit stop too, and almost cost myself a podium.
Yeah, so I don't know if you noticed it, but certainly that starting at 4 o'clock, and then running into later in the day, I just saw the track temp. We lost right down to, as I look at the track temp now, we actually lost 5 degrees of track temp towards the back end of that race. So that might have played a factor in that. But nonetheless, mate, the pace was hot. You're out there smashing good fresh air. And your 2 teammates just managed to come through and pip you at the pit stops in the end.
Yeah, mate. It was a good race. It was a good first half anyway.
Mm.
Congrats to Ethan and Vic.
So,
bit of redemption for them.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think a 1-3 takes the round though, mate. So
I think so.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Thanks.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
For sure. So, well done, Shano, mate. It's good to see you back up in the winning circles,
For
mate.
sure.
So,
Cheers, mate.
love having a chat, and looking forward to a very hot Barcelona next week, mate. So I hope to see you there.
Barcelona.
Yeah, mate. Cheers. Thanks.
Bring
Awesome,
your
matey.
swimmers.
Talk again soon, Shano.
Catch you
See you,
later.
mate.
Yeah, mate. All right, so there you go. That was
Shane Faraday.
Shane Faraday bringing it home in P3. So 1-3. See Shane take the round. Next guy, who we are getting used to talking to, is Vic Chan.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so we'll grab Vic Chan, and once again, you got us on comms, Vic?
Yeah, mate. Hey, guys.
Good, mate. Good. Another solid race. Great chase at the end on Ethan Carl. Could really see the intent, the way you're smashing the curbs up at the Grassini there, and mate, the eyes were forward, mate. How was that for you?
Oh man, it was another quite stressful. Not as stressful as the first race, but yeah, just messed up my pit stop really. Otherwise, it would have been really close.
Okay, so I called it at the time during the stream, and I sort of picked up a little late on the stop, but I thought I picked it up late enough to still wonder if you're on the blocks there for a little bit too long.
Yeah, I had damage. I believe. I think me and Slebo came together again, and yeah, I had like 5 seconds damage.
Yeah, so that was the next thing I wanted to talk about. It all looked pretty civil, and it was actually at the exit of the corner. I think there was a wiggle from Shano, and then I think you had to check up, and there was a bit of contact, and you went far out to the left. He sort of jinked right. I actually thought he was going to rotate, but you guys come out of it pretty good, but obviously to the benefit of
Ethan.
So
Yeah, I was surprised he came from nowhere. He just shot past us. I was like, where did he come from?
Cheeky bugger, He just shot up the inside there.
So a little bit of a team debrief tonight, maybe, Vic. Just have to go and talk to the car painters there, mate, and sort some shit out.
Yeah, we had a bit of rubbing there, me and Slambo.
But, nice work.
But that first race was really stressful. That was oh man, I just couldn't work my way up the field.
You did a great job. You got a lot of camera time. We saw you working for, but obviously it gets harder the closer you get to the front. And mate, look, you were very, very patient and put some beautiful moves on. I think to be honest, one of your strengths is Aqua Minerale down the bottom, and then if you can use your speed through the Grassini chicane, you're there. But when you were tucked up behind Brad Robinson, he just put the car in the right places for you not to get through there.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, he made his car so wide. It was so tough. I was worried about hitting him. That was my main concern. But yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah.
Kudos to him there.
Nonetheless, mate, it's still been a good night for you. You know, a lot of good racing, and I did mention earlier on you got to show us your racecraft, and you got plenty of it, mate. So onwards and upwards, getting ready to go to a very hot Barcelona next week. You looking forward to that one?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the dry races.
Yep.
Since last week's race, it's like heaven for me driving in the dry.
Yeah, we've all got to work on, mate, and we're happy to say you've got one, and there's a few more of you actually that probably need to put your wet shoes on every now and then and have a go. So we'll remember that going forward into next season.
Yep.
So, but no, you just lightning quick times there tonight, mate. The qualifying, when we saw a 41.7 in Q1, we thought that was pretty impressive, but.
Wow.
To see the 41.5s is probably as good as I've ever seen. So well done.
Yeah, nice work, Vic.
All right, mate. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you again later in the week.
Yeah, not fellas.
Cheers, mate. Okay.
Vic Chan, mate,
Vic,
legend at the moment. Super fast quali times. Great race results tonight.
Yep, and so we shall grab our
One
race
more.
2 winner in to the comms box. Ethan, sorry to drag you away there, mate. You got us on comms?
Yeah, hey boys, how are we?
Good, man. Great race. Great pressure, resistance from your teammate through the mid phase there. And talk to us about the, great opportunity at the start of the race when OES were trying to swap paint schemes.
Yeah, I got a bit lucky. It's just luck, unfortunately, that one.
Well, it's all bad luck. It's
Yeah,
all-
I was starting 5th for a reason, so I wasn't expecting to get up there. I got quite lucky at the start. The two next to me, so Haggis in front and Carson, I think it was Carson.
Yep.
They had a really slow start, so I ended up on the grass overtaking Haggis into the first corner. And,
nice.
The heavens, the gates opened for me, so I was just watching a replay then, and it looked like Slambo nearly tagged my rear, so that wouldn't have been too good because that would have put me straight into the wall.
yeah, you would have been all over the place,
Right.
mate. But you just slipped straight through there. It's like the seas parted, and you just like bam. Okay,
Yeah,
see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was definitely some cold trickle moments going on there, mate. I don't think you lifted in that phase, so well done because you had to do it. And I think, it probably played towards a good part of the race. It set that initial phase up for you to really get out there, and you did. The first couple of 3 laps, you really checked out. Obviously, Vic sort of started to come back at you and stuff, but you withheld, and then the back end, good resistance and just good pace. You guys were trading times because Vic did get up on you again, and then
He was flying. Yeah.
and you managed to
Yeah.
hold it, and
We thought we were going to see something just get really close at the end there.
I did too. I was
Yeah.
sitting there.
So I don't know.
During those times that I'm
Yeah.
going to be caught in 5 laps.
Because we weren't sure whether he had a bit of a mishap or you just responded to his lap times. What was the case? Did he just back off from you?
Nah, he made a few mistakes.
Yeah.
In that race, he was up my backside, and he did end up flying off the track through the first couple corners.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he lost 4 or 5 seconds there, which obviously mattered at the end.
Of course.
And just making small mistakes in the back end, but I was just doing 42 sixes or lower, and that's all I could do. I mean, so I swear I hate this track with all the passion. Like
Really?
I've never loved it. I've never had a good result after that first race. I'm like, oh, here we go again. This crap.
yeah. So what can you tell us about that, mate? Obviously limited information because you're probably a little surprised yourself at the time. But was it simply a case of a timing thing and you didn't get to click in at the start, or?
No, I clicked drive. I was still on the grid, and it just kicked me out. So I'm not sure. I'm not
Wow.
sure what that means. Like, that's never happened to me before. So I was just obviously swearing like a train, sitting here seeing that I'm going to start last, and then the race has gone green, and then the 30-second pit limiter thing comes up, and I'm like, oh great, so I'm going to sit here for 30 seconds.
Yeah. We were just like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
and
He's
then-
gone to the pits. Like
it's a
everyone's
lock.
sitting there ready to go, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I was with them, and it's
Yeah.
ended up 18 seconds behind them at the as soon as I came out in the pits, and
Sector 1, yeah. So tell me, tonight I didn't pay that much attention to your entry position to the server, but how far down the lane were you when it put you back? Were you towards the front or the back end of the lane?
I think I came in the service 7th, 6th or 7th, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I got out in qualifying first, both runs, so it obviously wasn't that hard. It's just that bit where after you exit where the garages are,
Yep.
it's still pit lane, isn't it? So that's the bit that kills you.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. It's one of those nights. We talked during the week off camera to Farmer, who obviously started both races the week before from pit lane due to an infringement from the round before, and he made a big focus on getting in the server first so that he was closest to the start of the lane, and realistically in that wet round with how bottlenecked the pack was, it didn't hurt him so much. But tonight was the polar opposite for you in race 1. You obviously had that that really big deficit by starting from the pit lane, but then you've also got that trundle down pit lane, which cost you a lot. So to come back to, I think P11, I think is a great drive, man. And it just like for us up here, man, it just really shows the character of a driver when they do that. So mad respect, and a great result too. Like at the end of the day, 11-1. Still healthy points. These things get mixed up throughout the season through different things. So, well done.
Too bad. I'd be probably a bit more upset if there wasn't that contact with Vic and Slambo in the first race, and Vic ended up gaining, 10 points, whatever that was.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was able to win the second one and Mudgee was a bit back, it's kind of, I guess, bittersweet. But to think that I could be 5 from 6 or 6 from 6 for the season, just doesn't settle well. And even it's not even a ordinary, not even like a decent other result. It's just
Okay.
No, but it's good. But it's good.
It is good. So you're going to make up for that next week, then, are you?
Oh, I haven't. First time I've driven this on PC, and this will be the first time I've driven Barcelona on PC. So
There you go.
it'll be interesting to see how that all goes.
Yeah, no, well, hey, look, for us,
Well,
mate.
we're watching.
It starts creating a great story in the championship, and like we start note taking, and there's a story that's building, and you've already mentioned it, like the would-have, could-haves, and then the way that it shakes out is all the character stuff that we love broadcasting and we love talking to you about. So, mate, enjoy that. That was a great victory. Solid effort. Like I said, I personally really enjoy the character building comebacks that you guys do when you have to drive off the back. So, stunning drive tonight, mate. Enjoy it. And, best of luck trying to get the heart rate down to go to sleep now anyway. So,
Mate, go have a couple of beers and
that's a story, mate.
see how that goes.
Nah, awesome talking to you, Ethan. Thanks heaps,
Have a
buddy.
good night, lads. Hopefully I'm here next week too.
Nice
mate.
work, mate.
Yeah.
All right,
Bye.
Ethan, Kale, everybody, and great chat. Thanks, J-Man. Like, you just wring all the little details out of the boys.
Oh, we try our best, mate.
We do. And we got something to take into, like their mindset into the next round. But look, what another fantastic round. Something a little bit different, I think.
Yeah. And as just touching on what Ethan was just saying, there's those stories ring true up and down the field. You talk about, the potential for, Mudgee's 1 point behind Vic Chan in the championship. Probably not likely now. I think Mudgee went, he might have gone 2-5 or something tonight. I'm not sure what it was.
But he'll have a little bit less weight next week, and
a little bit less weight, and but at the end of the day, this is what it all comes down to. And we'll try and tell the story for you guys about who's doing what and how they're going to get there. And 10 rounds isn't long enough for us, Davo, but we'll take it.
No, it's not. But and we will, and the boys will be racing hardcore all the way through it. J-Man, awesome night again. Thanks for joining me in the commentary box, my friend.
Mate, it's been bloody stellar. Love it. Can't wait for next week. Looking forward to it. As I mentioned a couple of times, Davo, we have got Barcelona in very hot conditions. So these boys are having a bloody hell of a job trying to keep these tyre pressures in check next week.
Yep. So Barcelona. Next week. Yes, we're on point tonight. We actually know what's coming next week, J-Man.
Yeah,
so
big weekend coming too, Davo. We've got Scotty McLaughlin, our beloved Kiwi, going out there with Scotty Dixon as well, and your very own Willpower. But Scotty McLaughlin's the one I'm looking at. If he can defend his St. Pete's title again this year. So lots of motorsport coming, boys. So looking forward to catching up with you next week, Dave.
Stay tuned. Definitely. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thanks for joining us throughout our possible technical details as well. J-Man, it's been a pleasure. I'll talk to you again next week at Barcelona.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
See you guys.